So there's been a decent amount of Mortal Kombat news recently, and we have a bit more to talk about today. In my last few videos I've discussed Floyd and sort of ways to find him. I still haven't found him, unfortunately. I will make an update on that later on, but there's been a lot going on with Conan and the secret fight. But something that's gone under some people's radar is that it looks like the T1000 isn't going to be the last DLC added to MK1. This isn't confirmed by any means, but we have a few things to discuss as to why people think this, and you could say it's confirmed. I'm not going to go that far, but I do think that there's a decent chance that we get more content after the character that is left, which is the T1000. So, how do we sort of get this information? What am I talking about? So, first of all, we're going to talk about the one that is less literal, but still sort of a hint. So after the release of Chaos Reigns, a lot of people seem to think the game was done, especially because a leaker in the community that is usually like spot on, is usually pretty correct. A lot of people saw his leak saying that the expansion Chaos Reigns sold poorly, so that would be it. After the T1000, the game wouldn't get any more content, and some people just took that as fact because they either just hate the game and want them to move on, or they just think that MK1's time is done and that they should move on. Either way, I just want to state, if you don't want them to continue supporting the game, I'm not saying that you hate the game or anything like that. You might, but I'm not saying that you do. That's just an opinion that a lot of people have, because a lot of people don't like MK1. But either way, this statement made a lot of people think the game was done, basically confirmed because of this guy's track record. He's been right, I believe, every time since he's made predictions, and he actually stepped away because of this comment getting so much attention. And I think it's pretty interesting because, as I said, people started to take this as fact, and as you can imagine, people were discussing this in videos and on Twitter and stuff like that. But Boon came out after the release of Conan and actually sort of dropped something on Twitter, kind of like a thread of like a bunch of new information to do with Conan and new stuff in the game. But in it, he showed a teaser for the T1000, and in this one he used some interesting wording that is confusing some people. So in this tweet, it shows a part of a fatality from the T1000, but in it he says something along the lines of looking forward to continue trucking forward with future DLC. In this clip, which I can't fully show, but in this clip the T1000 is driving a truck. So some people have taken that to mean he just means the T1000 and then the game's done. That's it. Some people, I'm sort of in between on this one. I think both could be right, and it's not really taking a opinion in the argument, but still some people believe that mean like he's talking not so literally, but he is sort of talking like he's trying to relate it to the T1000 because that's what the clip's about. He probably just wanted to show that off, but at the same time, like, well, we know the future DLC, right? Like, we know T1000 is next, and if there's just one character left that we all know when he's releasing, like, what the character is, I don't really think he would sort of say it like that. Like, if it was just him, he would say the last character or the final character of the Chaos Reigns expansion or the next character. Like, he would make it a lot more obvious that that was it, and it could still be that he might be the last character, but from the wording, a lot of people believe we're getting more characters, and I can definitely understand that. But no, I did not make a video solely based on that, because that isn't exactly news. What is news, however, I mean, you could count it because it is from the creator of Mortal Kombat, but that isn't what I wanted to talk about fully. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that one of the people, along with the Thinny, who was helping out, figuring out the Floyd challenges and fights and stuff like that in a loco, he came out after the update came out and basically said that he is almost certain that the T1000 won't be the last character. And apparently he went into the files and he found a couple of characters, one of which was actually Kotal Khan. So that is interesting because after the release of Conan, I sort of thought Kotal Kahn had no chance because, not that they're the same character, but they feel a little similar, so I thought he had no chance. And again, this isn't confirmed. Inner Loco has been right in the past, like it is a trustworthy source, but still, don't assume that this is definitely happening. The game could be done after T1000, we have no idea, but there's a decent chance that there will be more characters added, and Kotal Kahn is likely to be one of them. Now there's a few leaks going around, so within these, it's usually that Jade will be in the Kombat pack, and as I mentioned in a previous video, I believe the voice actor for Jade met up with NetherRealm, I believe a month or two ago now, to discuss stuff, and obviously the actor couldn't actually disclose what that was about, but still, that is some sort of further confirmation, if you will. That could be for the next game, it could be for this game. There's no real way to know, but it's sort of been assumed that it is for MK1, or that the next game will be Mortal Kombat as well. But either way, that's pretty interesting, and I think a lot of characters that pop up in these quite a bit are, as I said, Jade, potentially Kotal Kahn, then characters like Kung Jin, Sonya, Kano even. Like these sort of characters that, some of them are cameos, not that really matters because Kung Lao, Sub, and Scorpion, I think they're the only 3 examples. Technically Janet Cage, because that's just Johnny. They're characters that are cameos and also on the base roster, so we could get an actual roster spot for Sonya or Kano, who knows. But I am curious what you guys think, because this is an interesting one. I know that people that leak can be wrong, that's 100% the case, but it's interesting because saying that you are, like, he's not just saying that there's a chance, it looks like he actually found some stuff in the files added with this update. So was the game planned to be done and then, you know, they sort of changed their plans and wanted to add in more? Is the game still done? Who knows? Like, it is very up in the air. That's definitely a theme with Mortal Kombat at the moment. Like, a lot of people right now are beating Floyd, which is great, that's really good. Unfortunately, I'm stuck on the last challenge, I'm on 9. I really hope I don't have more than 10. It looks like 10 is like the sort of average, so hopefully I can get that, but I'm still incredibly stuck. So anyone having issues with Floyd and finding him, I get it, it is incredibly annoying, but hopefully we can get there. And in terms of Kombat Pack 3, I am hoping that NetherRealm, if it is coming, they will make a announcement on it a little bit after the release of the T1000. If not, hopefully we can get an announcement soon after his release saying that the game is done, although they will not come out and say anything about it anytime soon, because obviously if they came out today and said after the T1000 that's it, people aren't going to buy the game anymore because it's done. That would impact sales. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll get any official confirmation anytime soon. But I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Consider subscribing for more Mortal Kombat news videos, and hopefully you have a great day.